Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Professor Corey Leis. So in this video, I'm going to show you around our Canvas homepage just so everybody can get their bearings and orient themselves in the course. So here on our homepage, there's a couple of features here. So up at the top, I have it programmed so any recent announcements that I post will show up here at the top of our Canvas homepage. Now I'll use this feature periodically throughout the semester, so I'll post announcements from time to time. So anytime there's a new one, it'll show up right here at the top. So I have our first announcement, which is the welcome letter for our course. So this letter just is introducing you to the class, explaining how the class will operate. So if you haven't already checked that out, go ahead and do so. Read that welcome letter. Now on our Canvas homepage, a couple of other things I want to point out. So I have here my Long Beach City College email address. So if you'd like to contact me, you can send me an email using that address, or you can send me a message on Canvas. So where I'm circling my cursor here on the left side, this inbox icon is the message feature in Canvas. This is actually how I prefer to be contacted, because I tend to check my Canvas much more frequently than I do my Long Beach City College email account. So if you'd like to get a hold of me, it's much more likely that I'll see your message if it's here sooner than if you email it to me. However, I do check my campus email on a regular basis as well, but it's just a better strategy to message me using this inbox feature in Canvas. Some other information I want to point out is regarding our textbook for the semester. So we'll be reading from Everything's an Argument, the 9th edition. And so your cover of the book should look like this. All right, so make sure that it is the 9th edition. Any of the earlier editions will not work because the content is really different. And so we want to make sure that the content that we're accessing is the most recent, the 9th edition. I've included all of the publication information here. So the book, again, is called Everything's an Argument, 9th edition. The authors of our book are Andrea Lunsford and John Ruskovich. It was published by Bedford St. Martin's in 2022. I've included the ISBN here. And then I have a few options, links to different rental or purchase options. So one from the publisher, one from Chegg.com, and then the other from Amazon.com. So you can feel free to purchase the book or rent the book. It's going to be much cheaper to rent it, but just know, obviously, if you rent it, then you're not going to have access to the book forever. You're renting it for a specified amount of time. Usually it's a few months. So just make sure if you do rent the book that you have it through the end of our semester together. Our last day of class is June 7th. So just make sure that you have access to your book past June 7th, because we will be using it the entire semester. And then if you'd like to get it electronically, so having the digital version of the book, that's fine. Or if you'd like to have the print version of the book, that's also fine. I prefer personally, just for my own personal taste, I like to have the physical copy of the book so I can actually hold it and read it and annotate and write in the book itself and take it with me, go places with it. But if you do like to use your digital device to access your text, that's obviously, you're going to get the book much quicker if you do that, because there's no physical medium involved there. But either way, it's up to you, but just make sure that you have the book as soon as possible. We will be reading from the book starting week 2, and after that, once we begin reading from the book, we will be using it every week for the rest of the semester. So make sure that you have the book, and we definitely need the book in order to succeed in the class. So if you have any questions about the book, just let me know. Send me a message on Canvas, or you can email me. But all the information is here for you. All right, so the next thing I wanted to point out is our navigation bar over here. So there's a tab for announcements. This is another place you can look at all the most recent announcements. And then this modules button. This is the button that you're going to use most often this semester. This is where you're going to be able to access our weekly modules. And in each module, each weekly module is going to be the various things that we'll be reading that week, the different activities that we might be completing, project prompts, for essays and things related to our essay projects. And all of that stuff, you'll be using these modules in order to complete these activities. So let's go ahead and take a look at our very first module. I just want to show you all around real briefly. So the modules will look something like this. So right now I only have the week 1 module available, but start going a little bit later, the rest of the weeks will start appearing. But they will all follow this general principle, this general outline. So I'll have the week labeled week 1, and then I'll include the date range. So our first week is the 6th of February through the 12th of February. And then I'll have a weekly overview tab at the very top. Now this is what you will access to learn what we are responsible for completing in that given week. So this is where I'll break down your various responsibilities for the week so that you know what you are supposed to accomplish by when, to make sure that you're staying up to date with the class. So get in the habit of checking these weekly overviews at the start of the week and then returning to them throughout the week, just so that you're aware of everything that you need to complete. So let's look at this real briefly. Our very first weekly overview, we're just getting acclimated to the course during week 1, so we don't really have a whole lot to accomplish this first week. But once we begin to complete readings and complete various activities, this is going to be much more important for you to check on a regular basis throughout the week. So I'll say responsibilities to complete by 11:59 on Sunday, and then whatever date that Sunday is. So Sundays will be our weekly deadlines. Every Sunday by midnight will be the deadline for that week leading up to that date. And then I'll break down the different responsibilities. So for this week, we need to carefully read the syllabus and watch the explanation video for the syllabus. So in addition to going through and reading the policies, it's probably actually a better idea to just watch the explanation video. And this is meant to mimic that first day experience that we would have if this were a face-to-face class. So you'd go ahead and if we were meeting face-to-face in an actual classroom on the very first day of class, I would go through the syllabus with you all and explain all the policies and take questions. So this explanation video is meant to mimic that aspect. So please watch the video, hear me explain the different policies and whatnot for the class so that you're aware of all of the different protocols, all the different policies. The same is true for the assessment and grading policy for our class. So we will approach assessment and grading in a different way than what we're probably used to with most of our classes. So we want to make sure that we're aware of that. So again, there's an explanation video for the assessment and grading policy. And then you're going to complete and then post your student introduction discussion post. So there's a video that explains that activity. If you were in the module, when you click on the student introduction activity, there's a video included in there that breaks that activity down for you. So watch that video as well. And then if you haven't done so already, we need to obtain Everything's an Argument 9th edition. So just do everything that you can to make arrangements to get that book. Again, we'll begin reading from it week 2. All right, y'all. Well, if you have any questions about any of those things, anything with this module, feel free to reach out to me. You can send me a message on Canvas, or you can send me an email at my Long Beach City College email account. Either way, I look forward to hearing from y'all. All right, take care, everybody.